Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Open English Podcast. I'm your host, Sorab.
And I'm your co host, Rania. We are super excited that you're here with us today because honestly, this episode might change the way you think about learning English forever.
Let me ask you something right at the start. Have you ever tried to speak English, but suddenly your mind went blank? Maybe you knew the words, but they just disappeared when you opened your mouth.
Or maybe you wanted to say something simple, like asking for directions or ordering food, but you felt nervous and ended up staying silent? If that has ever happened to you, trust me, you're not alone. Every learner goes through this phase.
Exactly, and that's why today's episode is special. We're not just going to talk about English fluency. We're going to show you step by step how to build it into your daily life.
Think of this episode like your personal guide. By the end, you'll discover practical tips, real life conversations, interactive exercises, and even a fun challenge that you can start today to boost your English speaking confidence.
But wait, don't think of this as a boring English lesson. No, this is going to be fun, interactive, and full of real conversations that you can actually use.
So, here's my little challenge for you. Don't just listen to us. Talk back, repeat after us, and practice while we guide you. That's how you'll see real improvement.
Yes, because English fluency is not about studying endless grammar rules. It's about training your brain and your mouth to work together, just like learning to ride a bicycle.
So, if you've ever dreamed of speaking English smoothly at school, at work, or while traveling abroad, stay with us till the end. Trust me, you won't want to miss the practice drills and challenges we have prepared for you.
All right, then, let's get started. Are you ready to begin your fluency journey?
Let's dive in.
All right, friends, before we dive into tips and solutions, let's be honest about something. Every English learner, no matter if they're a beginner or intermediate, faces some very common struggles. And recognizing these struggles is the first step to overcoming them.
Exactly, Sorav. And you know what? When learners hear that others also have the same difficulties, they instantly feel less alone. So today, let's list out the biggest struggles most English learners face.
The first and probably the biggest struggle is the fear of mistakes. So many learners tell me, what if I say something wrong? What if people laugh at me?
And that fear is powerful. It can literally stop you from opening your mouth. But let me tell you something, even native speakers make mistakes. You might not believe it, but sometimes they forget words, sometimes they mispronounce things, sometimes they even use grammar incorrectly.
That's true. So the fear of mistakes is like a heavy chain, holding learners back. And unless you break that chain, fluency will always feel impossible.
The second struggle is lack of confidence. Some learners know the words, they know the grammar, but when it's time to speak, they freeze.
Yes, their brain is full of English, but their mouth refuses to cooperate. And that's not because of knowledge, it's purely about confidence.
I always say confidence is like Wi-Fi. If you don't have it, nothing works smoothly.
That's a good one, Ronya. And we'll share some ways to boost confidence later in the episode. The third struggle is something I've seen with almost every learner. Thinking in their mother tongue first, then translating into English.
Yes, this slows you down. Imagine you want to say, I'm going to the market. But first you think in your native language, then try to translate word by word, and by the time you're ready, the conversation has already moved on.
Exactly. Translation creates delay, and delay creates hesitation. Fluency only comes when you can think directly in English.
Number 4, over-focusing on grammar. Many learners believe that if they just study more grammar books, they'll suddenly become fluent.
But here's the truth. Grammar is important, but it's not everything. Fluency is like music. It's about rhythm, flow, and practice, not just rules.
Right. If you only think about grammar, you'll hesitate before every sentence, and that kills fluency.
Finally, the fifth struggle, not enough speaking practice. Many learners read, write, and listen, but they don't actually speak enough.
Yes, it's like buying a guitar but never playing it. You won't become a guitarist just by looking at the instrument. You have to strum the strings.
Exactly. Fluency is a skill, and every skill grows only when you practice it again and again.
So, to sum it up, the 5 biggest struggles are fear of mistakes, lack of confidence, thinking in your mother tongue, focusing too much on grammar, and not enough speaking practice.
If you feel that any or maybe all of these sound familiar, don't worry, because in the next part of this episode, we're going to share the exact principles that can help you overcome these struggles.
Yes, these are the key factors that will transform your English journey. So stay with us because you're about to learn some powerful, practical strategies.
Let's dive into part 2, key principles of fluency. All right, friends, now that we know the common struggles, let's focus on the solution. What exactly are the key principles, the golden rules, that actually help you build fluency?
Yes, think of these principles like the foundation of a house. Without a strong foundation, no matter how beautifully you design the building, it won't stand. Fluency is the same. You need these basics in place.
Number 1, and probably the most important, is daily speaking practice. Fluency is not about reading books all day. It's about training your mouth, your tongue, and your brain to work together smoothly.
Exactly. Even if you practice for just 5 minutes a day, it's better than practicing for 2 hours only once a week, because fluency grows through repetition.
Think about it like going to the gym. If you lift weights once a month, nothing will change. But if you do a little bit every day, your muscles grow. Same with your speaking muscles.
The second principle is listening. Many learners underestimate the power of listening, but if you listen to enough English, podcasts, movies, conversations, you'll naturally absorb the rhythm, phrases, and intonation.
Yes, when you listen carefully, you start to notice patterns. For example, you hear how people actually say, "What are you doing?" as, "What you doing?" That's real fluency. You understand not just the words, but the natural flow.
So don't skip listening. Make it a daily habit, just like brushing your teeth.
The third principle is a game changer, thinking in English. If you always translate from your mother tongue, you'll always be slow.
Yes! Start small. For example, instead of thinking, Ami pani kabo, to I will drink water, just directly think, I will drink water. Train your brains step by step.
And you can do this anywhere, while walking, cooking, or even waiting in line. Just describe your actions in English in your head. That's how fluency becomes natural.
Number 4 is powerful. Learn phrases, not just individual words. Words are like bricks, but phrases are like ready-made walls. You can build conversations much faster.
For example, instead of only learning the word help, learn the phrase, "Can you help me, please?" It's ready to use in real life.
Yes, memorizing useful chunks like, how's it going? That sounds great. Or, see you around, makes you sound fluent instantly without without overthinking grammar.
Finally, principle 5 is confidence. Honestly, fluency and confidence are like twins. If you don't believe in yourself, your words won't flow.
Confidence comes from practice, but also from your mindset. Instead of thinking, what if I make a mistake? Say, it's okay if I make a mistake, at least I'm learning.
Exactly. Remember, every confident English speaker you see today was once a shy beginner. They just kept going.
So let's quickly recap. The 5 key principles of fluency are 1. Daily speaking practice. 2. Listening a lot. 3. Thinking in English. 4. Learning useful phrases. And 5. Building confidence.
If you focus on these 5, I promise you'll see progress step by step. It won't happen overnight, but you'll feel the difference in weeks.
And you know what? To make this even more practical, we're going to show you these principles in action with some fun role plays.
Okay, friends, now it's time to make things really exciting. You've learned the techniques, you've practiced with us, but here's the truth. Without daily action, nothing will change.
Yes, fluency is like fitness. If you don't exercise every day, your body won't get stronger. And the same goes for your English. That's why we've prepared some simple but powerful daily challenges for you.
Challenge 1, the 1-minute speaking challenge.
This is my personal favorite. Every single day, speak in English for at least 1 minute without stopping.
It doesn't matter what you talk about, your breakfast, your school, your dreams, or even what you see around you. The goal is just to keep speaking without worrying about mistakes.
Set a timer on your phone, press start, and talk. That's it. 1 minute a day equals 7 minutes a week equals 30 minutes a month. Imagine how much practice that adds up to.
Challenge 2, record yourself.
This one might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's powerful. Every 2 or 3 days, record yourself speaking in English.
Yes, then listen back. You'll hear your pronunciation, your pauses, and even your mistakes. And once you notice them, you can fix them.
It's like holding a mirror to your English. At first, you might not like what you hear, but trust me, this is how you'll see your fastest growth.
Challenge 3, shadowing practice.
We introduced shadowing earlier, but here's the challenge. Every day, pick a short clip from a movie, a YouTube video, or even this podcast, and shadow it for 5 minutes.
That means listening and speaking at the same time as the speaker. Copy their intonation, their rhythm, their stress. You'll be surprised how quickly your speaking becomes natural.
Challenge 4, daily vocabulary journal.
Here's another fun one. Keep a small notebook or use your phone to create a daily vocabulary journal.
Yes, write down 3 to 5 new phrases each day, but don't just write the meaning. Write an example sentence with it. For example, if you learn, "That sounds great," also write, "My friend invited me to dinner and I said, that sounds great."
That way, you're not just collecting words, you're collecting ready-made tools for real conversations.
Finally, try to surround yourself with English every single day. Change your phone language to English, think in English, even talk to yourself in English while cooking or walking.
Yes. For example, while cooking, you can say, "I'm cutting the onions. Now I'm frying them." Or, while walking, you can say, "I'm going to the shop. The weather is nice today." The more you include English in your daily life, the faster it becomes natural.
So, to recap, your 5 daily challenges are 1 minute speaking challenge, record yourself, shadowing practice, vocabulary journal, and English in daily life.
Friends, if you actually follow these 5 challenges for just 30 days, your fluency will improve more than in the last 6 months.
Exactly. Consistency is the magic key. Not perfection, not pressure, just daily consistency.
Up next, we'll talk about something equally important, your mindset and motivation. Because without the right attitude, it's easy to give up.
Yes, and we don't want you to give up. We want you to keep going and enjoy the journey. So stay tuned for part 7, Motivation and Mindset for Fluency.
Friends, before we wrap up, let's talk about something that often decides whether you succeed or give up. Your mindset.
Yes, because fluency is not just about vocabulary or grammar. It's about how you think about learning English. If your mindset is positive, you'll keep going. If it's negative, you'll quit too soon.
Mistakes are stepping stones. Let's start with this. Mistakes are not failures, they're feedback.
Exactly. Think about a child learning to walk. They fall hundreds of times, but nobody says, "Oh, you failed, stop trying." No, every fall brings them closer to walking.
And the same is true for English. Every mistake you make means you're one step closer to fluency.
Patience over perfection. Here's another truth. Fluency takes time. You cannot expect to be fluent in 1 week, and that's okay.
Yes, think of fluency as planting a tree. You water it every day, you give it sunlight, and slowly it grows strong. You can't rush it.
So instead of chasing perfection, chase progress. Even if you speak 1% better today than yesterday, you're winning.
Confidence is built, not born. Many learners say, I don't have confidence. But here's the secret. Confidence is not something you're born with, it's something you build.
Yes, every time you speak, even if it's not perfect, you add 1 brick to your confidence wall. And one day, that wall will be strong enough to stand tall.
Enjoy the journey. Another important mindset. Have fun with English.
Yes, don't treat English like a boring subject. Watch movies, sing songs, play word games, chat with friends online. Make it enjoyable.
When you enjoy the process, your brain learns faster. Fluency should feel like an adventure, not a punishment.
And finally, celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Did you introduce yourself confidently today? Celebrate it. Did you understand a movie line without subtitles? Celebrate it.
Yes, progress is progress, even if it's tiny. These small wins keep you motivated to move forward.
So let's recap the motivational truths. 1. Mistakes are stepping stones. 2. Patience matters more than perfection. 3. Confidence is built, not born. 4. Enjoy the journey. 5. Celebrate small wins.
If you keep these mindsets in your heart, I promise you, your English journey will not only be successful, but also enjoyable.
Exactly. And now, to finish strong, we'll give you some final thoughts and a little push to keep practicing every day.
Wow, friends, we've covered a lot today. From the common struggles of learners to the key principles of fluency, role plays, natural speaking techniques, practice drills, daily challenges, and finally, motivation.
Yes, and if you've stayed with us till now, give yourself a big round of applause. That shows you're serious about improving your English.
Remember, fluency doesn't mean speaking perfectly. It means speaking smoothly, confidently, and enjoying the process, even if you make mistakes.
Exactly. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let grammar rules slow you down. Keep speaking, keep practicing, and keep smiling.
Here's your final reminder. Speak at least 1 minute a day. Listen and shadow native speakers. Think in English, not in your mother tongue. Celebrate your small wins.
And most importantly, believe in yourself. If you keep going, there is no way you can fail.
Before we say goodbye, we'd love to hear from you. Share your progress with us. Tell us your challenges, or even send us a short recording of your English practice. Use the hashtag OpenEnglishChallenge so we can find you.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe to the Open English podcast so you never miss an episode. If you enjoyed today's lesson, share it with a friend who also wants to improve their English.
Together, we can create a community of learners who support each other on this journey.
All right, friends, that's all for today. But remember, your English voice is already inside you. You just have to practice enough to let it shine.
So keep speaking, keep learning, and keep growing. We'll see you in the next episode of the Open English Podcast.
Take care and happy learning.
Bye for now.
Bye.